Hello Pearls, and welcome back to my channel. I'm April, life coach, founder and creator of Lena's Pearls. Today's subject was laid on my heart because of an email that I received from one of my subscribers who is starting to get really overwhelmed with a few aspects in her life. She has a lot of family that are pulling her from all different directions, and she is starting to feel extremely overwhelmed. And I discussed this in the very first video I ever did on the channel, as far as being overwhelmed and saying no and putting yourself first. And it's okay to be selfish, because we tend to live our lives for other people. So what the basis of today's video is pretty much trying to convey, and what I'm desperately praying that this does is help and deliver someone on this, is that you have the right to have the life that you do or do not want. You have the right to design and live and be fulfilled and have the life that you want, be it the life that you want to date, marry, you know, how you want to live, where you want to work. You have that. You have a human right to do that. And what happens with us is we end up living our lives for everyone else and to make everyone else happy, and we're the ones that are unfulfilled and miserable at the end of it. So number one, you have that right. But the second point I wanted to make on this is, no one has the right to dictate to you how you should or should not live your life and what you should and should not have in your life. You know, there are many times where so many people are so opinionated, and they end up taking for granted that we do care and we do value their opinions and how they feel about our lives, and we don't want to disappoint them, but we end up living our lives based to please those people's values and opinions. And then we get so clouded by that we end up living for everyone else and not ourselves, as I said earlier. So, you know, what I'm begging you to do is to stop allowing your friends and your family to keep you miserable and keep you living how you don't want to live and do what you don't want to do and be where you don't want to be. You know, out of fear that you're going to disappoint them. Who are they? Because people do what they want to do. They're living their lives. They're doing what they want to do. And you have those friends and family members that they will dare you to come to them and tell them what they should and should not be doing. And you just have to deal with it. So I'm really praying that this frees somebody on this, because I'm hearing this quite a bit. I've heard this quite a bit. And I've actually done this myself in my early 20s. You know, if you are fulfilled, you know, I just want to say, you know, if you're fulfilled and happy, for example, working in a career and not being married, not being a parent, you know, you have no desire to have that type of life, and you're career driven and you're fulfilled by that, and that fills you up with so much joy and passion is in what you're doing, then do it. And stay doing it. Don't allow anybody to tell you otherwise. If you don't want to give your mom and dad grandbabies, oh, so be it. It does not matter. Stop allowing people to guilt you and push you into a life that you don't want and you did not plan on and you don't want to design. You know, if you want to move out of state, do it. If you've fallen in love with another state, maybe you traveled to, and you know, you have no ties or anything, or even if you do what you need to do and go be happy. You know, who said that you have to live and be where you grew up at? I've enjoyed other states before I settled back in Jersey. Live your life. Move forward in your life the way that you want to. You know what I mean? I don't understand why we're allowing people to keep us cornered like this. It's not fair, especially when they are living their lives. You know, I've heard women, you know, say how they tend to want to date men who aren't in their state, in their culture or in their race. If you're happy and if they're good to you, men and women, if you want to date out of your race, date out of your race. Love, you can find love anywhere. Love doesn't have a color. So if you decided that you gravitate into a certain direction and you're afraid to bring somebody home, guess what? They'll get over it. If they love and care about you, they'll get over it. If they don't, guess what? You only have you to answer to. You only have you to look in the mirror. And if they see that this person, and I can't imagine, but we don't live in a perfect world, but I'm just going to say it for the sake of saying it, if they see that this person is taking good care of you and making you happy and you're not miserable, these are things that you can throw out. They're not hurting me. They're not abusing me. I'm not, catching cases over here and there's no holes in my wall because we in here fighting and acting crazy. And, I'm fulfilled and they meet all my needs. And once, who are they to judge? Who are these? Who are they? No one has the right to tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. And nobody has the right to tell you who should be in your bed at night. Let's just go there with it. Okay? No one has the right to keep you miserable so they can be satisfied with watching how you live your life. Where they do that at? That's crazy. You have the right to design your life. You have the right to be happy. There's so many people out here miserable and alone and sad. And especially women, we have these girlfriends of ours that, we're afraid to even admit that we don't want to be alone just because they're alone. That we would like to share our lives with somebody. I don't understand that. You know me, I write my notes. So, hey, you've been following the channel long enough, I write my notes. But I just wanted to really cover this because I was up writing on this, honey. And it really lends itself all the way back to what I realize is that so many of us are hurting and miserable and unfulfilled and feeling clouded and feeling like we're just about to break down because we're not where we want to be. And most of it is because we're listening and worried about what other people, if you want to change careers, if you've invested in school, and you've gotten those degrees and all of these accolades and you've decided that you don't want to do this anymore, you have the right to choose not to do it. You have the right to go do something that maybe make a little bit less. If you have the financial wherewithal and you know how you can make things and pull things out and make this new plan, this new career path move, go right on ahead. I've done it. I've changed careers several times. Everybody that knows me, I've been in medical administration for over 20 some odd years. And I ran from my calling of being a life coach. I ran from it. You see what I'm doing. I have several businesses doing several things. And because I've chosen that's what I'm going to do. And with the blessing I have been pretty blessed with a high support system, especially in my husband. But, you have the right to live your life, man. You do. And here's what I say, if people love and care about you and want the best for you, that is one of your best defenses. If I'm happy, and you can pose the question to them, if I'm happy, I'm not hurting anybody, nobody's hurting me. I wake up and I'm happy to do what I'm doing, or I'm happy who I'm laying next to or not laying next to at night, and I have peace in my life, and why wouldn't you be happy for me with this? And to the small defense of the people in our lives, yes, as a mother, it's hard for me to watch my children do what I don't want them to do. We all, we do. A lot of it is because we want the best for people. But at the end of the day, what we really should want is for them to choose and find what's best for them and what fulfills and makes them happy. And I struggled with this. I struggled with this as the person to state and stand firm in the right that I have to have the life that I want and the design I want in my life. And I've struggled with, being the parent to allow, that and give that and support that. My husband and I were only together for 3 months before we got married. You don't think that was something I had to go tell my mama and be like, but he's, he makes me happy. He came along and he fulfilled many areas and needs and wants that I wanted in my life. I was alone. I was alone for 7 years between my marriages. And I dated here and there, what have you, but my husband was it. My husband came on time. My husband was many boxes checked off that I didn't know I even had on my little list. And so do I suggest that everybody marry somebody? But guess what? If it works for you, it works. That's really what it's all about. There are no rules to this thing we call life. We only get one round of this. One round. And do you want to look back? If you were to sit and think today, if this was your last day on earth, if you were to take a look at your life, have you lived it the way that you wanted to live it? Have you made the choices for your life that you wanted to make based on what you wanted or what other people have impressioned upon you and guilt tripped you into and led you and convinced you and pushed you and pulled you into? Because are you living the life based on what you want or what you are affording someone else? You know, for another example, before I close it out, are you preventing yourself from moving out of state or moving into another career because you feel obligated to someone else? Your being in that state, in that neighborhood, living in that apartment, in that house or whatever, is because you're more conveniently located for someone else to do something or be available and accessible for someone else? You might have a whole new life waiting for you. Are you in that career because you have colleagues that will look down on you and make you feel horrible and how could you waste it? Or did your parents put you through school so now you feel obligated that you know, darn, if I was to change careers, all the student loans and stuff that you should be now paying anyway. But, you know, dad, mom went into debt a little bit to put you, or a lot to put you through, and you've decided that, you know, that this is not really the career path for me. This is not my calling. This is not my gift. This is not my purpose. You know, as a parent, you know, they should be wanting you to do what fulfills you. So to close it out and to really just bring it home and what was truly laid on my heart to even do this video is I'm just asking you, I'm pleading with you, stand firm and identify the things that make you happy in your life and what you want to do and try them and do them. Date who you want to date. Don't date who you don't want to date. Get married. Don't get married. Have children. Don't have children. Live the life and path that you want. If you've identified it, first, if you haven't, I'm imploring you to identify it. I'm asking you to please do that for yourself. You'll be so much more fulfilled that way. That's why so many of us are stuck in these jobs and these lives and we're miserable and we don't even know why. And you have the right to have and design the life that you want. So identify what would make you happy. Try it. Try new things. Be open to new things. And stand firm in it. And let those people that, honestly, a lot of it, it's not just because of being selfish, but they think they know what's best for you. And just let those people that do love and care about you in your life know, this is what I'm going to do. And this is what's going to make me happy. And you're going to ride with me or you're not. But I would hope that because you do care about me and you do want what's best for me, that you trust that I know that for myself and support me in that. If I fall, still support me in that. Because that's what life is all about. Tries, fails, and tries again. Try again. Okay? So feel free to leave. Always, I say, you know, in these videos, I let you know, open up the comments and add anything to, let's just support and uplift and comfort, empower each other to do this and to step into our paths and to step into the freedom to know that you have the right to design the life that you want to design. And all comments will be left as long as they're positive and uplifting. If you would like to schedule a private coaching call with me, feel free to email me at april@lenaspearls.com. Also, we're doing the 1,000 member giveaway. Please like and subscribe and share and bless somebody else with this video. We're going to give $250 away to 4 of our subscribers once we reach 1,000, and the 1,000th subscriber will get $100 guaranteed. So get the word out and get people to start subscribing. Feel free to follow me on Lena's Pearls on Facebook and also the same on Instagram. We would love to have you. I announce different things in that group as well as our upcoming event, Candlelight You for couples, $125 per couple. Dinner and open bar. We're going to have a great time. Come out and join us. If you have any questions about that or want to purchase the tickets that are on sale now for that, please also feel free to reach out on Messenger on either Instagram or Facebook or email me. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. I really do appreciate it. I do appreciate you entrusting me and helping you and guiding you and assisting you in this thing we call life. Until next time, take care and be blessed.